Hello, good evening. How y'all doing? What did I just say? I said, how are you? In my grandmother's dialect, which is Texas dialect. And that's what we talked about in group talk today. Dialects and accents and special terminology. Where's our terminology word? Oops, I lost it. It's in green. Terminology. Terminology. It's where we get the word terms from. Terminology means special words. So, I'm going to talk about dialect accent terminology in a minute. Let me state for the record, my name is Jessica, and this was group talk for Tuesday, June 26th. We had a fun talk about different words and cultures. Started by talking about nicknames, and in Japan there are a lot of different styles of nicknames. And one way that people make nicknames or talk about relationships are, of course, honorifics. So this is a word honor. It's H-O-N-O-R, but you pronounce it honor, and then honorifics. Honorifics. That just means when you're speaking in Japanese and you're talking about someone, do you add san at the end? Do you add sama or chan? So on. All of those are honorifics. And we talked a little about, why do people use honorifics? When do they use them? And people decided that too much honorifics, too many, is a little too extreme. Like in the workplace, it's better to just say san for everyone. But people liked them because they kind of establish the relationship between two people, make it clear. Now, of course, in different parts of Japan, there are some kind of special honorifics, depending on maybe your dialect. Now, what is the difference between dialect and accent? Accent is how you say the words. Accent is just the sound. So in America, there's a little bit of accent difference. East Coast, West Coast, the South, people say words a little bit differently. So if I'm listening, I can tell, that person is from Texas, or that person is from California. Dialect, however, is talking more about the actual words. So American dialect is pretty much the same in all of America. We use mostly the same words. However, in Japan, there are a lot of different dialects in different regions, in Hokkaido, Tohoku, Kanto, Kansai. They're all special words and special grammar. There's also a lot of different dialect between older generations and newer generations. And of course, newer generations have a lot of slang. Now there's slang that is popular for 1 year and then disappears. There's slang that is popular for years and years and years. For example, cool. Cool was created, I think, in about 1920. So it's been around for almost 100 years. So this is slang that is really part of real English. However, something like rad or fat, those are not so popular slangs. They were popular at one time, but then they sort of disappeared. Now, we talked about one kind of slang, one group of slang, terminology, that is probably going to stay. It's very, very popular. And that's internet slang. So maybe you have seen some of these words, LOL, ROFL, BTW, and so on. These are things that anyone in English will type a lot because it's much easier than typing out a whole long explanation or emotional description. So LOL, laughing out loud, just means, haha, that was funny. Ruffle, or ROFL, means rolling on the floor laughing. You're so funny that you can't stay in your chair. You're laughing so hard you fall out of your chair and start rolling on the floor. Of course, you are not really rolling on the floor laughing. It just means very, very funny. BTW, by the way, and FYI, for your information. These are more business words. LOL you don't want to use if you're typing email to your company boss, but FYI or BTW are maybe okay. Then, of course, another really popular kind of internet communication are emoticons. Those are little faces, and of course in Japanese the faces are different, English faces are different, Canada there's some different ones. So every country has slightly different internet dialect. So next time you type internet, think about what little faces you're using and what slang you're using. Because still, sometimes my friends send me some weird little chicken emoticon in their Japanese cell phone, and I have no idea what it means. So, accents, a little difficult to understand, but it's the same word. Dialects, sometimes you have no idea. American dialect, British dialect, sometimes very, very different words. But we're lucky because in English, about 90% of the words are the same in any country. So, study English. Pretty much anywhere you travel, you're going to be okay. So, I hope you continue to study English and have fun emailing or speaking. And see you next time. Bye.